Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
In the depths of a distant galaxy, the planet Fortuna thrives. A mesmerizing and vibrant world teeming with life forms both familiar and alien. Towering spires of iridescent vegetation reach towards the shimmering sky, where two suns dance in an eternal embrace. Among its inhabitants, the bioluminescent Vortunians embody both grace and strength, their skins shimmering like precious gems under the starlight. Yet, in the heart of this thriving civilization, a dark shadow lies over a small corner of Fortuna, a void filled with sorrow and isolation. In that desolate enclave, Zara stood apart from her peers. A child of the Vortunian people, she was born with a congenital limb defect, rendering her fragile and disfigured in a society that celebrated physicality. Her peers laughed and played, their bodies agile and powerful, while she lingered in the background, a silent observer, consumed by a sense of longing and inadequacy. Each day was a reminder of what she could never be, yet her spirit flickered defiantly like a candle in the wind. One day, hope arrived in the form of Dr. Alex Carter, a human engineer whose brilliance was known far and wide across the galaxies. Having ventured to Fortuna as part of an intergalactic exchange program, Alex was immediately captivated by the allure of the Vortunians and their environment. Yet it was Zara's plight that pulled at his heartstrings. With soft brown eyes and a compassionate soul, Alex embodied the very essence of humanity's relentless pursuit to forge connections and lend a hand to those in need. As he wandered through the alien village, the vibrant sounds and colors of Fortuna washed over him. Yet, his thoughts often returned to Zara, a child he had seen only once, sitting on a moss-covered log with tears glistening on her cheeks. He was moved by her resilience, her silent strength. It became clear to him that he could help her. He could craft a new limb, something beautiful and functional that would allow her to run and play like the other children. The thought ignited a fire within him, a purpose that he had not anticipated when he first arrived on the planet. Motivated by a dream of unity and collaboration, Alex immersed himself in the complexities of alien biology. With every resourceful moment spent in his makeshift workshop, he began to design and craft a limb. He merged human technology with the unique aspects of Fortunian biology, channeling his knowledge and creativity into a creation that would transcend dimensions. Each component was chosen with care, each feature sculpted with love. As pieces began to fall into place, so too did a connection between Alex and Zara begin to bloom, deepening his resolve to bridge the gap between their worlds. Little did he know that this act of kindness, a mere spark in the vastness of the cosmos, would ignite a profound story of love, unity, and the exploration of the boundaries that once divided them. In the heart of innovation, they would find a shared destiny that would forever alter the tapestry of Fortuna and beyond. In the heart of Fortuna, where the lush flora whispered secrets to the winds, Dr. Alex Carter found himself enveloped in a world both beautiful and alien. Each day unfolded like a vibrant tapestry, colors more vivid than anything Earth could offer. Yet, amid this kaleidoscope of life, Alex was focused on a single goal: restoring hope to a little girl named Zara. Zara's condition weighed heavily on his heart. She was a bright spark among the Vortunian children, her laughter echoing off the iridescent trees, yet her physical disability rendered her an outsider, a silent observer in a world that valued strength and agility. Alex couldn't stand the thought of her being sidelined forever. Determined to craft a limb that would not only enable her to play, but allow her to feel whole, he immersed himself in his work. The workshop buzzed with creativity and tension. Dim lights reflected off a series of intricate tools and alien materials laid across his workbench. Alex's hands carefully sorted through various organic components, crystal-based polymers that thrummed with energy, vines that could flex and adapt like muscles, and bioluminescent elements that glowed softly, imbuing the limb with a touch of magic. Each piece was chosen with precision, fueling his ambition to design not just a limb, but a lifeline for Zara. He spent hours poring over holographic schematics, mapping out Zara's skeletal structure against intricate designs that merged human technology with Fortunian biology. Questions plagued him. Would it fit? Would it work? Could he truly understand the nuances of an anatomy so foreign to his own? Yet, with each passing day, doubt transformed into determination. The knowledge that he was working to create something monumental fueled his creativity. But the process was not without its challenges. There were nights when frustration would twist his stomach, especially when prototypes failed to respond as intended. Each setback felt personal. Every broken component mirrored Zara's struggles. One evening, during a particularly harsh storm, thunder shook the walls, and the crashing rain felt like a reflection of his inner turmoil. He was determined, yet overwhelmed. "I can't let her down," he murmured to himself, gripping a wrench as he surveyed the incomplete prototype before him. The limb, though beautiful in its design, lacked that intangible essence, the ability to connect with Zara's spirit and senses. He knew he needed to find that connection, lest he inadvertently build a reminder of what she couldn't do. Then, in the midst of the storm, inspiration struck. What if he could fuse a neural interface within the limb? This could allow Zara to interact with it on a cognitive level, making it an extension of her very being. He envisioned her smiling, running freely, her laughter ringing out as she experienced life fully. Driven by this vision, he set to work with renewed vigor, his excitement overtaking any lingering doubts. Days blurred together as he poured every resource he had into creating a limb that would meld seamlessly with Zara. He carefully calibrated sensors and intuitive controls, ensuring that her thoughts could guide the limb just as easily as her natural movements. The glow of the bioluminescent materials pulsed in sync with his vision, as if alive and eagerly awaiting its purpose. With every adjustment, he felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. This was not just engineering, it was hope incarnate. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. After weeks of unwavering dedication, he stood in his workshop, gazing at the limb that sat before him. It was a masterpiece, a combination of artistry and ingenuity, glowing gently like a dream. But there was a weight in his chest as he prepared to present it to Zara. What if it didn't meet her expectations? What if it couldn't give her the freedom she deserved? With the prototype secured, Alex walked through the vibrant village. Colorful Vortunians bustled about, their eyes reflecting curiosity as they caught sight of their new ally. Recognition and respect shimmered in the air, but his mind was solely focused on Zara. He felt an immigrant in this world, his humanity a contrast to the resplendent beings around him. Yet today, he was about to become a beacon of hope. As he approached Zara's dwelling, the small structure glowed warmly against the backdrop of the encroaching twilight. Opening the door, he found her seated on a plush mat woven from iridescent fibers, eyes filled with wonder and anticipation. The moment their gazes locked, an electric current surged through them, an unspoken bond forged by compassion and hope. "Zara," Alex said, kneeling before her with a gentle smile, "I've made something special for you." Zara leaned forward, her dark eyes sparkling. "Will it help me?" she whispered, hope trembling in her voice. "I believe it will," he replied, his tone firm yet soothing. "But you must trust me." With delicate care, he presented the limb, watching as awe washed over her features. The prototype glowed softly, and as it and Zara came together, the air seemed to pulse with possibility. This limb was more than a tool. It was the key to unlocking a world of experiences, adventures, and acceptance for the little girl who had known too much solitude. His heart raced as he connected it to her, gently fastening it to her small frame. Zara's fingers brushed against the polished surface, and he held his breath. Would she feel the warmth he'd imbued in every curve and joint? Would it resonate with her heart? As Zara instinctively moved her new limb, a radiant smile broke across her face. The connection surged. She felt it. A familiar rush of sensation sparked through her. In that instant, they crossed the threshold between two worlds, encapsulating the beauty of acceptance, resilience, and above all, hope. The sun rose slowly over Vortuna, casting a warm golden light across the village and bathing everything in a soft glow. Zara blinked at the world through her new limb, still in disbelief that it was real. Each movement felt strange yet exhilarating, the intricate connections functioning as if they were always meant to be, an extension of her spirit, a bridge to the life she had always dreamed of. Over the next few days, Alex became a constant presence in Zara's life, guiding her through the adjustment of her new limb. With each interaction, he marveled at the transformation taking place before him. Zara was no longer an observer. She was becoming a vibrant participant in the world around her. Their laughter filled the air, echoing against the verdant backdrop of Fortuna, a joyous soundtrack to their remarkable journey. "Look, Alex, I can pick this up," Zara squealed one afternoon, her eyes wide with delight as she lifted a delicate licorice flower from the ground. The limb moved fluidly, as if mirroring the joy that resonated within her. The petals glistened, and she held her prize aloft like a trophy, beaming with pride. Alex watched, his heart swelling with joy. This was what he had envisioned, Zara gleefully dancing through life, unburdened by her previous limitations. "You're doing wonderfully, Zara," he encouraged, his admiration evident in his voice. Each achievement was a shared victory, bringing them closer in ways he hadn't anticipated. However, amidst their joyful progress, the societal pressures surrounding them began to stir. The Fortunian community, though initially curious, started to murmur whispers. Some viewed Zara's transformation through Alex's ingenuity as a miracle, while others regarded it as an affront to their traditional values. In a culture that revered physical perfection, Zara's journey stood on the precipice of acceptance and disdain. One evening, as they practiced in a grassy clearing, a group of children ventured close to observe her remarkable advancement. Zara's excitement waned as she caught sight of the uncertain looks from her peers. The laughter she felt moments ago began to fade, replaced by a familiar ache. The whispers turned to giggles, swirling like a storm around her. She faltered, her confidence momentarily unraveling. "Why do they laugh?" Zara whispered, her voice barely audible as she looked down, the flower she had been holding slipping from her grasp. They're just surprised," Alex said gently, kneeling down to face her. His heart ached at the sight of her distress. "You're doing something incredible, something many people have never seen before." "But what if they think I'm not enough?" she replied, tears welling in her eyes. "What if I'm still the same girl they always saw?" His resolve tightened as he grasped her hand. "You are not the same girl, Zara. You have shown bravery and strength in ways that are beyond measure." He looked into her eyes, wanting her to see his sincerity. "You matter. Your journey matters. You are redefining what it means to be whole." With those words, he instinctively reached to comfort her, but the moment was interrupted by the sound of approaching footsteps. Queen Lyra entered the clearing, her presence commanding and dignified. The children fell silent, awe etched on their faces as they witnessed the entrance of their sovereign. Lyra's gaze was piercing, yet her expression was soft as she focused on Zara. "Child of the stars," she said, her voice resonating with authority and warmth. "I have heard tales of your bravery and the miracle crafted for you. It brings a new dawn, a chance for unity." Zara blinked in surprise, her uncertainty blending with curiosity. "Unity," she echoed, her voice trembling. "Yes," Queen Lyra continued. "Stories speak of the human artisan who dared to forge a limb, yet it is not just metal and light. What you have achieved speaks of hope. You are a beacon for our people." Alex watched, his heart racing. The queen, revered and majestic, embodied the strength of her people. Her words were rich with importance. Zara, however, looked uncertain. Could she truly be more than what she had been? His own fears echoed through the clearing. Fears of what would happen if the community rejected her newfound confidence. "But they still laugh," Zara protested, her small voice tinged with desperation. "I don't want to be a joke. I want to be a part of this world." "You do not need their approval to flourish, dear one," Lyra assured her. "You have already defied what is expected. You possess the strength that lies within your heart. True courage comes from accepting oneself, for what matters is not how you appear, but how you embrace who you are." Zara's eyes searched the queen's face, seeking encouragement. Slowly, she began to nod, reassured by Lyra's wisdom. Alex felt pride swell inside him, knowing the weight of acceptance and unity now lay in Zara's hands. Her journey was hers alone, a path she would carve regardless of the judgments of others. The queen stepped forward, extending her hand. "Will you join us for a ceremony, Zara? It's time to take another bold step toward your future, The people of our village wish to celebrate your journey." A mix of exhilaration and trepidation coursed through Zara. "A ceremony?" she repeated, glancing at Alex for his support. "Yes," he replied, excitement threading through his voice. "A gathering to honor your strength and the bond we have cultivated. It's an opportunity for you to show them who you are now." As she looked back at Queen Lyra, hope blossomed within her. Perhaps this was the moment she had been waiting for, the time to stand tall and redefine her identity. Slowly, Zara nodded, determination shining in her eyes, a reflection of her growing belief in herself. "I'll do it," she declared, her voice gaining strength. "I'll show them who I am." With that affirmation, the air shifted. Zara stepped forward, embracing her role as an emblem of hope, while Alex remained steadfast beside her, ready to support her in whatever came next. Together, they would usher in not only Zara's transformation, but the possibility of a new understanding between two worlds. Little did they know that this ceremony would not only alter their lives, but would also weave a deeper connection between humanity and the Vortunian people. The day of the ceremony dawned bright and vibrant, the skies ablaze with the soft hues of dawn. Excitement intermingled with anxiety as word spread through the village like wildfire. The people of Vortuna had gathered to celebrate Zara's remarkable journey, her transformation from an isolated child into a symbol of hope and unity. Alex felt an electrifying anticipation as he prepared alongside Zara, who was dressed in a flowing garment adorned with the vibrant colors of her culture. The bioluminescent threads shimmered like stars against the warm morning light. As they made their way to the heart of the village, Zara's newfound limb pulsed gently in rhythm with her quickening heartbeat. She looked around at the gathering crowd, the familiar faces of neighbors and children all aglow with curiosity and intrigue. To support her, Alex walked closely beside her, feeling the weight of both their hopes. This was not merely a ceremony. It was a pivotal moment that could reshape their futures and the collective identity of their communities. The plaza, a revered space among the Vortunians, was adorned with decorations made of organic materials that seemed to breathe with life. Bioluminescent flowers hung from towering trees, casting a soft glow that filled the air with an enchanting aroma. Vibrant banners swayed gently, patterns symbolizing unity and strength played against the backdrop of emerald foliage. This was a celebration that echoed the heartbeat of the planet itself. As Zara and Alex arrived in the center of the plaza, the murmurs of the gathered crowd quieted. Familiar faces now donned expressions of respect and admiration, their attention firmly fixed on Zara. As she stepped forward, her heart raced, a mixture of excitement and fear coursing through her. Would they accept her? Would she find her place among them? Suddenly, a hush fell over the crowd as the regal figure of Queen Lyra emerged from the shadows. Draped in flowing robes that glimmered with ethereal light, her presence commanded instant reverence. The queen's grace and power were palpable, drawing every gaze toward her like a magnet. She radiated an energy that seemed to echo the essence of Vortuna itself, a reminder of the strength that lay within. "People of Vortuna," Queen Lyra declared, her voice melodic yet firm, resonating like a powerful drumbeat. "Today, we gather to celebrate a transformation, a bond forged between our worlds through courage and compassion." Her golden eyes sparkled as she turned to Zara, taking in the young girl's luminescent garment and the limb that was both an innovation and a testament to her resilience. Zara has proven that neither limitation nor tradition can define one's worth or potential. The crowd erupted into chants and applause, a wave of support that enveloped Zara like a warm embrace. She stood tall, a flicker of surprise igniting within her. The fears that had plagued her once still flickered, but began to wane in the light of acceptance. Encouraged by the queen's words, Zara looked at Alex, who nodded, pride flooding his chest. Together, they faced the community, ready to reclaim her narrative. "As we honor Zara today," Queen Lyra continued, "we also celebrate the spirit of collaboration that thrives when we unite our strengths. This journey is not solely hers. It marks a profound change in how we perceive those who are different, those who challenge our beliefs." A ripple of murmur spread through the crowd, a mix of agreement and contemplation. Seeds of change were being planted. "Zara, Will you come forth to accept this acknowledgement?" The queen beckoned her forward, her voice inviting and sincere. "You carry with you the essence of our peoples, and with your boldness, you will light the way for many." Zara's heart soared as she stepped into the illuminated center of the plaza, feeling the eyes of her community upon her. In that moment, the limbs she wore transformed not just into a tool, but a powerful symbol of her journey, one of resilience, acceptance, and love. As she stood before the queen, her expression turned determined. "I want to show everyone that I am more than what they see," she declared boldly, her voice ringing clear, fueled by newfound strength. The crowd erupted into supportive cheers, their shouts weaving an intricate tapestry of encouragement. Alex felt a surge of hope as he witnessed Zara embrace her role in the community. She was no longer defined by her limitations, but by her choices, her courage, and her willingness to accept herself as she was, limb and all. "Let us embrace this new chapter together," Queen Lyra announced, her voice echoing with authority. "Let Zara's journey be a catalyst for all of us, a reminder that there is power in unity, the kind of unity that embraces diversity in all its forms." As the ceremony progressed, Zara felt a mixture of elation and nervous energy. She participated in traditional dances, laughter bubbling up from her depths as she moved fluidly, her new limb responding to her every thought. Eyes sparkled back at her. Understanding, admiration, and acceptance flowed through the thrumming energy in the air. This was a celebration, not just of her transformation, but of new beginnings. The gathering culminated with the sharing of stories, tales told of bravery and acceptance, where individuals from both human and Vortunian backgrounds shared their struggles and triumphs. Zara listened, enraptured, as she realized that she was not alone. There were others who had fought similar battles, who had felt out of place, but found their way toward acceptance against the tumult of doubts. The stories melted away barriers, bridging gaps between them. As dusk fell, the bioluminescent flora lit the plaza in a soothing glow. Zara stood hand in hand with Alex, feeling an overwhelming sense of belonging. It was a moment she would carry forward, the understanding that her existence was a melody that completed the symphony of Vortuna. In that gathering, amidst the laughter and shared stories, she finally found a home. Stronger than ever, Zara knew she was no longer just a girl with a limb crafted by a human, but a pioneer standing at the edge of a new dawn, one that would illuminate the path toward understanding and unity for her people and beyond. As the celebrations continued, Zara stood amidst her peers, her heart swelling with a mixture of joy, gratitude, and newfound courage. The bonds being forged in that warm, bioluminescent light signified a profound shift in the hearts and minds of her community. In embracing her journey, she had unwittingly opened the door for others to follow suit. The once insurmountable barriers of difference began to erode before her eyes. No longer would she be defined by her congenital defect. She was boldly carving out her own identity, a mosaic of her experiences, and those experiences were becoming an anthem of change. Alex watched with a sense of pride swelling within him, feeling a wave of emotion as he observed Zara flourishing in her newfound confidence. He had come to Vortuna seeking adventure, yet he had unearthed something far richer, the power of healing through understanding, and the beauty of what it meant to truly connect with another being. He grasped the weight of his role. He had not just crafted a limb, but a bridge that now intertwined their two worlds. With the festivities still in full swing, Queen Lyra approached the pair, radiating elegance and strength. Her expression held promises of hope and recognition. "Zara, your journey symbolizes more than personal triumph. It is a clarion call for acceptance within our communities. You have inspired many, including myself," she acknowledged, her regal voice filled with warmth. "What will you do now that you found your place?" Zara's eyes sparkled with determination, reflecting her heart's ambition. "I want to help others like me, those who feel alone and trapped by their circumstances. I want to teach them that they can redefine their own identities, too." There was a collective murmur from the gathered crowd, a wave of approval spreading like wildfire among the villagers. Alex beamed at her words, his heart racing with both pride and admiration. "And I'm right here with you, Zara," he promised, Together, we can create workshops, share resources, and bridge our cultures further. He realized that this solidarity was a thread woven into the fabric of their lives, one that could inspire collaboration across vast divides. The crowd erupted in applause. Queen Lyra smiled, standing tall beside them. With the unity of our peoples, possibilities are endless. Together, we will foster a deeper understanding between humans and Vortunians. Her gaze shifted between Zara and Alex, recognizing the exceptional bond that had formed. Perhaps it is time we explore the prospect of a greater alliance, a fluency that fosters progress on both sides. The days that followed the ceremony flowed like a beautiful river, full of vitality and momentum. While Zara thrived as a beacon of hope, Alex became an integral part of the Vortunian community, orchestrating workshops where individuals from both worlds could come together, sharing knowledge, experiences, and stories that dissolved the boundaries of language and culture. Each gathering was a celebration of their differences, a testament to their desires to forge deeper connections. As the partnership between Zara and Alex blossomed, so did the alliance between humans and Vortunians. Zara's workshops empowered individuals to explore their strengths, while Alex's innovative thinking inspired a fusion of technologies that elevated the lives of both communities. The once rigid perceptions of what made one worthy began to shift as acceptance blossomed. A ripple of change flowed through the surrounding territories, paving a path toward mutual understanding and alliance. Then one day, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in fiery tones, Zara stood beside Alex, overlooking the village, now buzzing with life and hopeful anticipation. "Look at what we've built," she said, her voice brimming with emotion. "We've shown them that strength lies in vulnerability, that everyone has a place in this world." Alex nodded, his heart warmed by her passion. "It's incredible to see how far you've come, Zara. You're not just a leader. You're a pioneer in changing narratives." As they gazed at the horizon, a sense of purpose filled the air, connecting them like invisible threads. Together, they envisioned a future where love, unity, and acceptance would reign above differences. Months passed, and the bond between Zara and Alex deepened, reflecting the intricate dance of two souls finding their places in one another's hearts. Each moment together further solidified their commitment to their mission, a union that transcended their cultural boundaries. And like vines intertwining, they discovered passion rooted in understanding and respect. Their connection, forged through empathy, became a love story that echoed through the cosmos, inspiring those who dared to challenge the norms. In a grand ceremony a year later, the two communities celebrated their newfound alliance. Laughter and music filled the air, a symbol of the synergy that had been created. Zara's gaze found Alex's across the plaza, and in that moment, he understood that they were no longer just allies. They had become each other's strongest supporters, their hearts irreversibly intertwined. "This is just the beginning, isn't it?" Zara mused, her eyes sparkling with possibility as she squeezed his hand. "Yes, it is," Alex replied, warmth enveloping them as the world spun around them, alive and vibrant. "Together, we'll continue to build bridges, celebrate differences, and create a future where everyone feels they belong." With the stars illuminating the night sky above them, they stepped forward into the future hand in hand, a human and an alien, discovering that love, hope, and acceptance knew no boundaries. Their story was one of courage stirring the cosmos, a testament to how compassion could reshape worlds and redefine identities. As their laughter carried through the night, they knew they had found not only a partnership, but a profound union that would echo through time, a union that had the power to change everything.